to Mascot. I'm your neighborhood friendly doctor Gaurav Vats, and this video has been brought to you by the amazing team of Mascot. Mascot is an idea enlightened with about 1,000 young ladies and gentlemen who are toiling hard day and night in this pandemic with their body, spirit, and soul, connecting families to the resources. Such an incredibly commendable job deserves a round of applause. I welcome you all to this very first episode of this multiple thread of videos on COVID awareness. So, without wasting any more time, let's get started. We are in the middle of this pandemic, and it has mutilated the body of the entire nation. Or rather, we can say the entire world. With WhatsApp University at our fingertips, we get a hell lot of information in form of images, videos, texts, and GIFs. And we cannot entirely depend on the authenticity of the same. So, we have come up with a thread of videos so that the general mass comes to know what's wrong and what's right. In this very first video, we'll be discussing mainly about this second wave of COVID and how different it is from the previous one in almost all the aspects. See, I know nobody likes long videos of boring people like me blabbering stuff on your screens. Keeping that in mind, I'll try to focus on things which have actually changed from the gloomy 2020 to the disastrous 2021. And here comes our first point. While the new variants had been found to be circulating in many parts of the country, not every surge in cases could be attributed to these. Even within a state, the spread of the virus in some areas could be directly because of these faster transmitting variants, while in others it could be some other factor. I'll cite an example. In Maharashtra, the Vidarbha region, a new variant was discovered, B.1.6.7, and it was observed that this variant could transmit at a faster rate and possibly evade the immune response even faster. While in northern India, the variant which was present was also found to be present in United Kingdom. It was named B.1.1.7. Now, as we went into exploring the Vidarbha variant, we discovered that it had three different subvariants, which were named B.1.6.7.1, .2, and .3. And these three subvariants are supposed to have the potential to spread even faster and cause bigger damage than the parent variant. Now the question arises, if everything cannot be deemed to the presence of variants, then why is the second wave more deadly and more complex for the young than it was in the previous wave? Well, the attribute here goes to the complexity of the great human immune system. A human immune system may seem small to you, but it's very complex. There are so many cells involved and so many processes which cannot be comprehended by the human mind. Actually, many health experts believe that this issue is multifaceted. Older teens and young adults were among the last prioritized to get the COVID-19 vaccines, and many of them have yet to get their shots. In addition, young adults are thought to be involved in more high-risk behaviors, such as playing close contact sports, going out to bars and restaurants, attending unmasked get-togethers, or traveling. These factors, coupled with the highly contagious B.1.1.7 variant, which we already discussed, are likely driving a surge in young people going to the hospital. Among other factors causing increased surge of cases during the second wave, a large number of asymptomatic carriers. See, during the previous lockdown, people were trapped in their homes, nobody was going outside, and we were seeing a less number of asymptomatic people. But as the coronavirus merged more into the population, people with a better human immune response started getting adapted to this virus. As a result, the immune response elicited a lower degree of response to the virus. As a result, the people were getting lesser infected, and less infectivity means no symptoms or very few symptoms. This means a large number of asymptomatic carriers. Now, these carriers, which were healthy, are transmitting the virus to the people who are comorbid, who are aged, who are elderly. Due to this factor, there has been a widespread transmission of the virus and the disease. Another factor is the higher transmission from the new mutant, which we already discussed. The third factor might be less stringent measures from the authorities. The last lockdown we witnessed had many advantages as well as many disadvantages. Many people argue that it was not properly planned, it was not properly implemented, and it was a bit too strict. While some of you might agree that it wasn't properly planned, but some of you might agree also to the point that if it was not that stringent, maybe we would have had more number of cases in the previous lockdown. And maybe because of that, in this current lockdown, the less stringent measures from the government or from the authorities has led to this large number of surge of cases. The last factor which I would appropriately describe would be the lack of COVID appropriate behavior by the public. Because we cannot blame entirely the authorities for this rise or surge in the second wave. Some of it is because of us. Maybe we didn't maintain social distancing. Maybe we didn't wash our hands properly. Maybe we didn't use masks. Maybe we didn't have proper knowledge of the COVID appropriate behavior, and that is why the risks have risen.